be clocking away, and no pressure or nothing, but we good to go.
All right. What up? It's your boy OS, and this is the Core Culture Podcast. It is Sunday, the 12th. It's June. Summer's coming soon. Y'all ain't ready. You need to be, because it's going to be hot as shit out there.
I
That's
don't
all
know
I'm
about
saying.
you, but it's hot as fuck already. Shit.
Is it hot already? All right,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
it, man.
Have you
I'm
seen
bringing
the
the
news?
co-host on then. Let me bring them on because we just can't wait to talk today. Let's do it, man. It's fucking Yoani. What up, Yoani?
What up, people? It is hotter than a motherfucker outside. I cannot believe how hot it is.
Bro, it's
I
ridiculous,
can't take
man.
it. It's been literally breaking records. How hot? 115 I saw yesterday in California. It's crazy. And in Florida, it feels like 115. But
Shit.
got to be grateful it's not. What's
Hell
up,
yeah,
Frankie?
hell yeah. Well, another Floridian that's gonna come on the mic today and talk with us. Let's give it up for the other co-host, the homie Frankie Hovers. What up, man?
He's over here. What's up, fellas? I'm enjoying the heat, and I'll tell you why. Because my air conditioner works so damn good right now.
Hell yeah.
I'm loving that thing, man. And then it's
Fuck
been
yeah.
raining like crazy. I don't know if you guys are getting dripped on over there, but we've been getting some nice
we got rain from like Wednesday all the way through Saturday, and then it hasn't really rained today.
Today was an exception. We got a little sprinkle on my side, but I'm loving it because I got a little sofrito garden going in the backyard that I'm starting. My
hell yeah.
My little
Hell
pandemic garden,
little
survival
Boripa.
skills 101.
Yeah. I'm a prepper with one pepper,
Hey, no lie, man. I'm thinking about prepping. Don't get me started on that one.
Uh-oh.
Bro.
Crocodile Dundee style. You guys are bagging up your jam. You're jamming up your jars. Your jar jamming.
You have to at this point. I mean, like if we don't, there'd be a problem, right?
I don't have anything prepared, like as far as food and water. So I just live like right by the woods. So this will be my water and food resources. I would have to hunt and kill and, or either that or rob next door or.
He said he's gonna be a forager.
It's going back to his primal instincts on us.
Yeah,
have to go. Yoani out there with a spear, looking at the squirrels run by. That one's not fat enough. That will feed my family.
Yeah, I'll get a trap and start eating on some raccoon, possum, whatever, squirrel, whatever.
I'm coming over.
Going out there, fucking eating shit.
I never eaten it, but I will. If you're hungry and it's a apocalypse. We'll be killing each other for some squirrel.
We'll be taking the squirrels out.
I'll be looking at my dog like, you looking like
They're starting to ration out the
starting to
squirrels
look
at some
like
point,
a
you know what I'm
walking
saying?
piece of
Because it's like
steak.
a little village only in that area, right by the swamp, because there's water and shit.
Like you're looking like a nice T-bone
like
steak right
like
about
the
now.
Looney Tunes cartoons where they see
Exactly.
Yes,
as
bro.
food,
The dogs are trying to get the fuck out of there. Yoani wants to eat them all.
No lie.
Oh, you see is a bunch of chuletas running around.
Chuletas, bro. Yes.
Hey, I've gone a couple days without eating before. I know that that's real. You'll start looking at people like they're walking a piece of meat. Like,
crazy, man.
Take a bite.
I'm glad. Thank God that in the times that I haven't ate, it's like on purpose. Like I really wanted to try and like push myself fast for a few days. Maybe 2 at the most. I think because like on the 3rd day I felt horrible. But sometimes you fast for a little bit. It's kind of crazy. I've done like 2-day stints, which hasn't been too bad. It kind of like cleans you out. You wouldn't believe it, but you would. And then you just drink a shit ton of water and you feel great.
It's
Life
pretty
is awesome.
good, but I don't know about you talking about it's all right. It's pretty hard to go 2 days without food.
2 days, yeah. I mean, I know a trailer park where we can get you some white powder that'll make you not eat nothing for 17 days, but I digress. That's a different story.
That's a different topic right there.
That's a way different topic, man. All right, well, let's get into it here. We're going to start the show talking about some dope shit that a lot of, independent artists always ask the question, what do I do when I want to post about something I'm doing, right? Whether it's a album coming out, you got a show coming out, you got a single coming out, whatever the hell it is, whatever release you got, right? So there's a few things that I wanted to talk about. There's 4 topics specifically. Some of the biggest ones, I think, and these are the ones that are most relevant to, I think, any independent artist now with the current climate, right? We've got the internet, got all the social media things you need. And then, of course, if you're really strong out there, you'll get a street team, but we'll talk about that later. The biggest things that we're going to cover, or at least that I want to cover, is like frequency, the originality of it. You've got the relevance to whatever it is that you're in, I guess, whatever type of music, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, the credibility. But I want to break those down a little bit more because I think everybody's got their own, thing that they're going to say or how they're going to feel about it. But this is what I thought. At least I came up with some of these because I just thought it was the most important ones for the topic itself, right? So if you're talking about frequency, then you're going to go with like publishing new content, right? So like how often are you doing it? Are you doing it like on a weekly thing? Do you have some kind of app that schedules that shit for you? You know what I'm saying? Are you just flooding your freaking timeline for like a straight month with nothing but I'm releasing an album? You know what I mean? So everybody has a different way of doing it, but the frequency makes the biggest difference, right? Because it depends on the audience that you're going at. I think the younger kids now, and I want you guys to chime in on this, but I think the younger kids now want like short little messages constantly versus like having like one message now and then like 2 weeks before it, one other message. And then by that time they're like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? They've forgotten and shit.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but
bro, everything now. Look at all the little short things. You got TikTok and you got fucking Instagram and you got all the little short videos. Nothing's like,
yeah,
you're not seeing like 5-10 minute things that are coming out. They're not like actual commercials. You're getting like snippets.
I get the attention span is even shorter than when we were growing up. But I'm saying, as far as it relates to hip hop, I'm like, I don't see like that part changing a lot. They still got the regular size videos and stuff. If anything, what it's changed is what you get to see quickly as far as this boom, like statement, like colorful or in your face, or like back in the days, like Busta Rhymes or Missy Elliott, like boom, like those videos and that are really visually stimulating and sound great. And so those will be like today, like everybody's got to be, you have a very short window of opportunity to get your message out and get their attention because these kids literally are all ADD.
You think they're all ADD? I don't know if they're all ADD. I'll say that
no, because we've been training them with all the internet. Because when we grew up, we didn't have internet. It was simple those times. Like we would grow up and a bicycle is literally all we needed. That's all we cared about. As long as you had a bicycle, you were it. You had all you need as a kid. That's it. And friends and a ball and a bat. That's it. But now you need so much stuff. It's crazy. The games and the phones and they're on their phone all damn day, and it's hard because they got their studies, they have chores, they'll have things, but the phone is an addiction not only to them but it is to us. It's a real serious topic. I could be on that one all day. It's not only to the kids, it's to the adults. We do that, and it's crazy. It's that phone, you literally had just checked your inbox or your whatever, and 2 seconds later you hit that button again and you're like, what am I doing? I just checked it.
Yeah.
You're like programmed. It's like you're all day checking.
Oh, yeah.
Checking.
That addiction is real.
That addiction is real. And these kids have to not only deal with that, but they deal with the constant connection. Like you're connected now to everybody. Everybody at school, after school, you still are connected to them, and you see them on social media and they make their comments. You know what I mean? We didn't have to deal with all that as kids. We had our school kids and we had our neighborhood kids, friends. You know what I mean? We had, sometimes they were both, but most of the time they were split up, and the ones that your family would take you around. So that's it. And
your crazy cousins.
Your crazy cousins, or
so the whole thing about the frequency was the point that like the kids have a lot more opportunity to put stuff out there. And I seen a post the other day, which is why I brought this up, right? So like there was this kid and he's like, I've been posting about my album for the last month. I'm looking at all the posts and they have an average of the same amount of like, views or, likes or whatever the hell, right? And it's like the guy said, he's like, I'm putting it out. I did it for the whole month right before I released, the music. And he said he got a decent amount of people to download it, right? Because he was measuring it on that. So my point is that in hip hop, now that you have more opportunity to get stuff out there at a faster pace, right? knowing to get somebody to jump on your train with you, to be able to want to listen to your album with all the other posts that they're looking at in the day. How many times you got to do it, right? The frequency. That's what I'm talking about. Like, are we going to, we can't say that that doesn't relate to them. It's like, that's how they're promoting themselves now. They don't have what we had back then, right? They're trying to figure out, I got to get all these people that are following me to want to see what I'm doing, right? To listen to my music.
I was going to say something, but go ahead, Frankie. Do you have something to say?
I mean, that kind of thing is, we're talking about like putting out, we're in a world today where everything is so rapid fire. We're with our TikTok, our Instagram, even YouTube, even their algorithm plays to 8-minute and under videos and 2-minute and under videos.
Literally, now 1 minute is too long. If you're on Instagram and you have a reel and it's 1 minute, nobody even wants to watch that.
Yeah,
they're like 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's 16. True, but that's because the algorithm's changing, right? We got to remember the algorithm is constantly changing. This is how this business makes money. They're saying to themselves, how can we keep engagement going with the people on our platform, and how can we keep engagement going with our creators? So, you think about it, like there was a time when 15-minute videos and under were pretty normal. Then they started touting 5 to 8 minute to really get that engagement going. Then all of a sudden we had reels and shorts, and it's keep it under a minute. And if you guys really want to get technical, we can go back to things like Vine, where it was a 6 second,
6 seconds.
Only 6 seconds were allowed. And those are the things that inspired Instagram to put video into their platform, which they didn't have in the beginning. They were originally a photo platform. But this rapid fire world and all this, our generation is to blame for this. We come from the MTV generation. We come from a very rapid fire editing process in our movies. Any movie you watch, let's say like pre-80s, the editing is very slow. The pacing is very slow. There was nothing like today where the editing can just ramp up and chop and fly around, So the average artist, like what we were talking about, the average independent artist has to compete with a very frenetic amount of energy in order to get traction on their music. The other thing you got to remember is it's all about engagement. I could think my shit's dope. I could be dropping a song every single day, but if I'm just rapping to rap or rhyming to rhyme or making beats to make beats, only so much of that's going to touch with the people. You got to learn to create things that resonate. If that, so your friend, your buddy, NOS, I would say to him, hey, just make sure that whatever you're dropping resonates with people. Because why would I want to download your music if it doesn't resonate with me? If you're not singing about the good times, the bad times, the sorrow, the love, if you're not encompassing all that and you're just keeping it real because this is what's on trend, you might be just a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying
that's the other part of it, right? Recognition for what you're doing within that frequency. Let's say you are putting it out there enough times, but if it's not any good, what does it matter, right?
Well, I agree with you with the frequency, because with anything you have to keep on with it consistently so that you can get better, sharpen your skills.
Right, right.
That's what it's about. Eventually you're going to hit something. You're going to keep on, and you're going to get better, and you're going to hit something good. And then whatever that is, you just ride with that, and then hopefully make another one of those. And that's it. That's what it's all about. And until you keep on, but if you don't put out shit, you're just talking shit. But anyway, fuck, what was Frankie saying?
Nah, my bad, my guys. I had a little surprise
energy
guest.
Necessary to get things done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta listen. We gotta remember we're also in this game. We're also of that same age group, And Yoani, you should be able to understand this being an artist.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes a stick figure works, right? You draw a stick figure. And people are like, wow, look at Banksy. Like, you could argue his stuff's kind of basic and simple, right? But impactful. And then sometimes you got to go ham. You got to put in every flick of the wrist, every drop of paint. You got to go ham on it in order to get people's attention, right? So,
and for those of you that don't know what ham is from all around the world, go ahead, tell them, Frankie. Means
ham,
you're going in hard
as a motherfucker.
But anyway, I remember what I was going to say is, see, people, it's just normal human behavior, and you get bored with shit. It's like, how can you up it? How can you make it better? We're always looking for the more, and until when does it stop? Now we're at the point where everything's got to be shoved down your throat in 2 seconds. It's like slow down the pace and relax and enjoy it. Like we are way too boom, 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 boom. And I'm at fault too. Like you brought up cinema, I love movies as well. And that's how it started was first was just emotion. Well, first it was pictures, then it was the motion. It was just a real circle that just played those pictures fast enough where it looked like they're in motion. And people were good with that for a good while. They were scared to change and go to sound and listen. And then they were scared to change and go to color. I mean,
back in the 1920s and shit, when we were all born and shit.
But then once
we were hanging out,
once you're getting used to the change,
watching the reel, I was cranking that bitch.
Betty Boop.
I
mean, hey,
the change, bro. They want to keep on going.
Yeah, for sure. I think, but that's the whole point, right? We keep coming to that thing where like everything keeps moving forward. What are we doing to be original, right? The originality. Where does that come from, right? The content that you're making, whoever the artist is or whoever we are, right? We're doing podcasting. What the fuck? You want somebody to listen to what the hell we're saying. All I'm saying is that like all these key pieces are a part of it. And originality, you brought this up, Joanna. You said back then guys had to be specific. They had to have their own flows. They had to be their own person, how they dressed. All these kind of things encompass what it is. I mean, the kids now, a lot of them are pretty original. They've gotten to the point where like the super, extremists where the guys were like, they're like tattooed head to toe, right? And then you've got the guys that don't really have tattoos, but they rock all the clothes and they got all the other shit. And just they're like levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
It's just like the same thing with the music. It's always, always trying to make it better. How can I impress my friends? How can I make this? How can I beat them? How can I be better? It's like, that's how it is. You start out first just a DJ. Then you get a microphone with an MC saying, yo, 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 what's up? Then you start, rapping. Then you start with some dancers. Then, and it keeps on going. And then you got a crew. And then you need outfits. It's like nonstop. So now we get to the point where you get tired of rapping about the same materialistic stuff. And then we get more conscious. But we've been that was the 90s, you know what I mean? Now in the 80s and 90s, now it's, nobody's gave two shits about what they're really rapping about.
Because everything's cookie cutter now, bro. Like everything right now is straight cookie cutter, sugar on top. That's part of why we have this rapid fire culture we're in, where everything is just 30-second video, 2-minute reel, quick, get more out. I got to drop something new every day. Papoose is on Drink Tamps talking about, I put a song out every day. I did 400 songs last year. It's like we've created this whole disposable music culture. Music,
like we
can throw it away.
Like TikTok, disposable pictures. It's like watch my reel live, watch my story, watch. It's
self-destructs in 24 hours. Yep.
It's just.
How do you feel, Yoani, as an artist, if everything you drew and painted would disappear in 24 hours and wouldn't exist in the future?
It's funny. It's funny you say that because I've been talking to artists and I've met a few recently that were chalk artists. And the chalk artist draws the chalk, painting whatever with chalk, the artwork on the ground, and that's it. Whatever that event was, and they do that, and it's a lot of work, many hours. Like if they were painting it on canvas, and then it washes away, or the people come and wash it away. The very later that day or the next day, it is to me, it's like all I put into that, and then y'all just washed it away. But the way that they view it is like, it's like even more special because it's like in the moment, you know what I mean? So they're experiencing it in that moment. You were there to experience it. We were there on that vibe together, and now it's gone. Just like a lot of things in life, we try to hold on to things, but really it was that moment. We try to keep remembering those moments, always reliving the past. I'll keep some wisdom for y'all today.
No, that's deep. You're talking like a scarcity mindset where you're creating something that you make it scarce enough that people go, oh my goodness, like I'm glad I was there for this. Right? That's what you're saying. Have you experimented with this on any levels?
Well, no, that was I'm not, I get it connected to my art. Like if it was a baby or something, and I don't want to even sell it really sometimes, but I would like get paid for it. So I'm like, okay, but it's like I'm connected. It's like what happened to that art? I wonder if they hung it up or something, or what did they do with it, or like same thing with my houses. I get connected to the house. I put a lot of work into that house. Or are they shitting on my first house that I had, or are they taking care of that garden? You know what I mean? We just get connected to things, and we try to go relive them or rethink about them or rehash them. You know what I mean? We're always living in the past, unfortunately. We gotta be more like those chalk artists and enjoy the moment. Just live for today. That's what all these people that tell you, live for today. Stop worrying about tomorrow because it's not here yet. And yesterday is gone. Just enjoy it for what it was and let it go. For real. Words of knowledge from Ioane. Thank you.
But let me ask you this: can you really let go? Because think about it.
I have
when
a
you
problem
say
letting go.
chalk artist, my first thought was, oh, like the people on TikTok, and then I start thinking that art is not really gone. Yeah, it washed away in the rain. I agree, and yes, you can't have an interactive experience by walking up to it, but it will live on forever in a digital realm. Like imagine if we could look back right now at like what Tesla was doing, what Einstein was doing, what or artists like Dali or Monet, and we could just pull up a quick 30-second video and watch them painting that shit with the dipping the brush. Right? Imagine that. So we've created this world now, but like I don't know. I don't know that everything's so disposable unless you're just doing it for yourself.
To me, the most extreme, magnificent artist of all time. We're in the Renaissance period, Michelangelo days. And Dali is the shit, don't get me wrong. But I'm just thinking if you're going to pick a time, that's the time when you think of art was at a huge peak. And this guy is sitting there painting this painting upside down with such detail for so many years and goes blind doing it. It's just literally insane.
Wow.
It's just a dedication,
Artists are, we're tortured creatures, man. Like you got, like what you just said, he's going blind, painting upside down. We got, what's the other guy that cut his ear off? And mailed it to his ex-girlfriend or whatever, right?
Well, he had mental issues. That was something else. But he was a famous painter, and I mean, all these art is everything to me. Like, if you don't see that art is everything, that art is what makes the world go round, then you're missing it, because to me that's everything too. Like, I see that. So y'all need to get in whatever you like, whatever artistic creative thing that you are passionate about or enjoy or curious about. Just go do it, because that's really what it's about. Is enjoying your people and creating something that you can look back on and be proud of, whatever that is.
Hell yeah. I mean, but those are all the things, bro. Like
I was just thinking of something like stupid. I'm sorry. I was I just created a big.
We're going into it. We're talking about, some of the deepest things that have to do with all these key pieces, right? I think all of these things are relevant to each other, right? It's all art in some way, and everybody is trying to put something special out there, and we're just kind of gearing it towards what the hip hop artist would do, right? Because most of the guys that are doing art out there, like the guys that are doing like the flyers and stuff, it's all digital now, right? Like you don't really see.
Well,
I mean, you see some graffiti. I mean, you will see some graffiti. I won't say no, because you will, but it's not like as relevant as it was before. I mean, it still is, but not like that.
The topic, I guess, funny that you mentioned, or I got on it, that it's about the substance. It's about the material. It's about, I mean, we were all pretty much on that same type of topic. Like, it's about how you connect to it, because who gives a shit? These kids now, it's all about the moment. And yes, the moment is great, but what are you leaving lasting? What lasting impression? What is it that you're leaving behind for people to remember you? Like you said, like, if it's just for the moment, we're moving in so many moments so quickly. Like, your moment is gone. You're yesterday's news. What are you doing today?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do something special.
They're not raised in a culture that everything is disposable to them, man. I mean, even our generation, look around. You can't find a CD, a VHS cassette, a tape player. You can't even find those things anymore. Media has become disposable, and that's sad. Because think about it. Like, think about all the times you hear stories like, oh, someone found a Charlie Chaplin movie that no one knew existed in an archive somewhere, And thank God that it was on a celluloid or celluloid film, that it lasts hundreds and hundreds of years. Thank God for that they could restore that and bring it back. It's not perfect, but now you can't restore a server when your SoundCloud goes down. I mean, imagine, like the amount of money it would take for you as a record label to be like, yo, I got this artist named Yoani and we did 20 songs with Jay-Z and we lost them. They were only on SoundCloud. Can we get access to the server? And 10, 20 years goes by and they're like, wow, we formatted that shit, threw it away a long time ago, bro. Somebody might have a backup if you're lucky, but it's going to cost you thousands of dollars to retrieve because we don't have a reader for this anymore.
Yeah.
So exactly. I don't know. Just my take on how we've created
those are the things
disposable
that it's like preservation of any of these type of things. I mean, how many media types have we had over the years? Okay. You know what I'm saying? We went from recording on fucking ADATs, all right, to using a fucking DAW on a laptop. All right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
what other topics, since you're talking about technology, that I was going to say about the times, and you were in the whole, how the music is now from then, is they do have some pluses. They do have some, they're able to get all this shit out there with the technology now. They can do all this shit from their houses. We couldn't have done that back in the day. You know what I mean? They have the ability now to, like you said, everything's quick. They get these movies out quick. They get the music out quick. It's because of the technology. They can skip a lot of steps they used to do in the past, and they have the technology to do it all from a computer at home themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, they can also shoot their own music videos for half this stuff on a green screen.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it lately, but like a few guys did this shit. Like there's been a bunch of new videos that have come out, like, newer artists, right? But they literally put up a freaking green screen, right? A big ass green screen. And then as they're in the different scenes, they just change the background to match whatever the hell they needed it to be. And boom, there it is. Brand new video. Didn't have to go to the location. Didn't have to do any of these things. They just had the backgrounds. That shit looks real as fuck because they green screen it, right? And then they go in there and boom, and they have this amazing video. And then they get like a little bit, of course, if they want to get super fancy, they go out, they get their buddy with the drone, and they let the drone do that special fly through, right? And they get all the dope shots. I know Frankie knows about this shit.
Yeah, all day.
And they get that first like incoming shot of like the beginning of the video, and it's like dope as fuck. And then boom, you got your green screen, and now you've just got all of your video done, and it cost you, let's say that same video to get all those same shots would have cost you $100,000 before. Now it only costs you about 10 G's, and all you did was green screen.
It's back in the day, like you said, it's always the technology, because it was helicopters back in the day. Now you got the drones.
No, that's my point, though. We've become more efficient, but in that we've taken away from some of the, ability to have it or own it, right? Tangible, like I was, like it's mine, it's in my hand. You know what I mean? Like I have it. And that's what I think Frankie's alluding to too, right? Where it's like everything's kind of like, disposable, right? You don't need anything. You can get rid of it, get a new one. There might be a better one tomorrow. But what if you liked model number 5, right? You don't like any of the other models, right? You wanted to keep that particular version or that kind of thing or whatever happens to be. You won't be able to use it after so long. You know what I mean? Because not only will the technology probably leave it behind, and we'll be pissed off that like we were pissed off about USB A or whatever, that they went to C, and after all that shit goes away, what the fuck? And you're gonna be like, oh fuck, you remember them days when we used to have cables? That sucked. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
I mean, speaking of the technology, I have a record player that you could play a record and make it digital, or a tape, same thing, and make it digital. I mean, it's cool that we could do those things. It won't have the same quality, but it's cool that we could take it from what we had originally tangible and still enjoy it. And I think it's cool that we can now just listen to any song that was ever created, and it's pretty quick.
I mean, it really is, though. It is, though. We can look up any song we want. I agree with you there. But then, like, let's say I don't have the internet and I still want to listen to the song. Bro, if I had that CD or if I had that record or if I had that and I had all these items, I could still listen to it, and I didn't need the internet, bro. You
Well,
know,
that's why. I mean, I'm more of an
because I
independent.
mean, well, I mean, there might come a time. What if you're somewhere, right? You're somewhere that doesn't have internet, right?
Okay, but
You
you're
don't.
that. You listen to music streaming, right? You don't buy
I
music.
mean,
You
no, no,
stream.
no. I have everything like downloaded like onto the hard drive of my phone, on the hard drive of my PC. That way, if I don't have internet one day and I still want to listen to music,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I
got all my
buy.
I
tunes,
lost
bro.
a hard drive like that, and it brought tears to
Yeah,
my eyes, man. I had
bro.
60 to 100 and some odd gigs of music on there. Like, I'm talking legendary stuff you'll never get back, you know. This
Yeah,
is
bro.
funny that we're talking on this because I kind of wanted to bring up a topic this time. I know,
All right, go ahead. Let's do it.
you know, you and I, and we were supposed to catch up last weekend, and you know, life got in the way or whatever. So
Yeah.
I had actually written a couple of shows for the arrival of the core culture crew, you know.
Right.
So, anyways, I'm going to touch on one little topic that I pulled out of that show that I wrote here, and it's interesting because it's touching on what we're talking about now, this whole creation thing and promotion, and that is of the hip hop bootleg. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Oh my
Um,
God.
the reason this came into mind is because I was watching Netflix recently. Can't remember the name of the documentary, but there was this documentary where this lady bought some fake. So the lady was a gallery owner who bought
Yeah.
some fake, I believe they were Jackson Pollock paintings. And she claims she didn't know they were fake, right? This is what she claims. However, through research and investigation, you can kind of tell that she figured out after a while they were fake and started to just go, let's roll with the punches here. And she ended up getting people who were high level people in the art world. She was getting them to write verification letters for this art. So, thus making a bootleg an actual real piece of art, right? So I found this shit fascinating, and it made me think of the bootleg in hip hop, you know. And I thought to myself, oh man, I can't wait to get with the fellas and ask them about some of the mixtapes. Because whenever we get together, we talk about, you know, oh, I like this artist, you like that artist, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. This beat is dope, that producer's better, whatever. So I thought about like some mixtapes that I grew up on, some early 90s stuff that for me was influential. So I was going to kind of run down a list, throw them out there, see if you guys heard of them, you know, and you guys can touch on those points if you want. So first one
Fuck
on the
yeah.
list.
Hook it up.
First one on the list. You guys remember the Gray album, Danger Mouse and Jay-Z?
Danger Mouse and Jay Z.
I remember Danger Mouse and Jay-Z, but I don't remember that album. You'd have to play it or
Well,
sing.
if you remember Danger Mouse and Jay-Z, that's because that was a bootleg album. That was a quote unquote mixtape sort of bootleg album of sorts that came out. And it got the attention of the record labels, and they in turn sort of legitimized it in their own little backhanded way. Without acknowledging its existence, they acknowledged it and they gave it some backing. And we know that because Gnarls Barkley, that came afterwards because of that Jay-Z and Danger Doom project, right? Which was basically some kid took the Beatles' White Album and he mashed up those beats to Jay-Z's lyrics, right? And thus created the Gray Album. So there was one of these, I would call it the avant-garde. It's the top echelon of making something underground and getting at the big labels and shit like that. So moving on, here's another one. Do you guys remember DJ Tony Touch?
Tony Touch, bro, one of the
I had
best.
plenty,
Right.
plenty
He
of those.
had for one of the first people to put 50 MCs on one record, you know, meaning like one mixtape, I meant, you know. So he'd have like 50 MCs go back to back on one mixtape. He was also a house DJ. So he was a little more versatile than most. Reggaeton, hip hop, Latin jazz. He was all over the place. And we got to give him credit because he also had an actual career putting out records. He has a Tony Touch album. Him and who's the other? Is it DJ Doo-Wop? DJ Doo-Wop, another one on my list. Do you guys remember DJ Doo-Wop?
Yeah.
Okay, Doo-Wop and the Bounce Squad, right? Come on, BX stand up, Bronx stand up. You had Snagglepuss. This crew was wild because they had wild names. This is when hip hop was still inventive. This is when you had to have an inventive name. You had to have an inventive character. So you had Snagglepuss. You had Unique. Unique was the female rapper who was one of the first grimy, hardcore ladies on the scene. Because prior to that, it was like, I'm a girl and I like to whirl, right? Right? It was that old school shit.
Yeah.
This was one of the first females to come with that, like, I'll stab you in your neck type shit, Wild.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that, but she was hard as fuck, Snagglepuss, all that, Leatherface, Rev
We need
Gotti.
to write that shit down and look her up because I like to hear what.
Bro, look it up. Look up the Bounce Squad, DJ Doo-Wop, blow your mind. That's where like Lord Tariq came from. So moving on here real quick because I don't want to hold the show up. DJ Clue. What do you guys remember about DJ Clue?
Plenty of Clue. I mean, I got tons of bootleg.
Probably his work with like Noriega and his work
East
with
Coast.
Mobb Deep.
It's all East Coast.
Rockefeller.
Rockefeller a little bit with that too.
Rough
but I mean, like all of Clue shit was.
You know what?
The heaviest hitters, I would say.
You know what I remember. NOS is his echo. DJ Clue.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knew,
right? Like you could never forget the echo. That was one of the legendary things about these DJs. Speaking of yelling and echoes and all that, DJ SNS. This is more of an underground DJ. Do you guys remember this guy? Okay.
No, I don't think I do.
Go on your YouTubes, get on your Googles, right?
I remember that one.
Type in the letter S and symbol S, DJ S and S.
DJ
Think
SNS.
Early hip hop.
Look
So he's
this.
bringing like really early underground hip hop before. Oh shit! Look at Yoani with the cassette tape. Nice, bro.
DJ Doo-Wop.
Nice. My man's got a DJ. For those tuning in right now, he just pulled up a cassette tape with DJ Doo-Wop scribbled on it in graffiti. That shit was bubble letters, bro, train style. So dope. So either way, dope. You know what I mean?
Worth something here. Bad Boy Volume 2.
That will be worth something actually, man. Because you know why, right? This is a portable. You have the streets on a cassette tape. This was no record label. Nobody was documenting this. There's no one making extra copies. You can't buy this on iTunes, right? Think about it.
Here you go, bro.
Tapes galore.
Wow.
Tapes galore.
Wow, that's impressive. I got a stack like that. Don't make me go to the back, bro. It'll be like a dick swinging contest. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, who got more tapes than who?
We'll never get away from it, man.
Man, it makes me mad because I had a whole bunch of those tapes. I gave them to my brother, and he didn't value them like I did and got rid of them. And things happen. But a lot of those bootlegs I gave to him, and I wanted to keep a lot of the bought ones. I still have a bunch of bootlegs, but not like what I gave him.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. I got the equipment here to digitize that. I did some work for a lady who her mother passed away, and she was a singer. So you need to bring that through. We'll do a little session where we bootleg tapes all day. We'll cook a lechon or something. We'll just go crazy on some
look, I got.
You know what I mean?
What I bought.
Oh no!
And then we can like multiply and duplicate these tapes because they don't exist anymore, man.
No, they definitely don't.
They don't exist. So rest in peace, K Slay. NOS,
K Slay,
right?
bro. Hell
right?
yeah.
Rest in peace, K Slay.
Look, he's got the boombox and everything.
Oh wow, look at this guy coming with it. You might as well just do a backspin right now, bro. While you're at it, you know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for him to do some B-boy shit, but he just brought the boombox.
Yo, you look like Radio Raheem and Do the Right Thing.
Hey, look, man, I am hip hop. This is who I am. Look, speaking of young, when we were talking about young cats, Jamal.
Wait, who's that? Wait, that's Jamal. Wow, who the fuck want to step Jamal? I take. He's like, who the fuck want to step to Jamal? I take them all. Right? Wow, come on, let's go, yo. Ugly. So rounding out my list here, I put DJ K Slay, rest in peace. DJ Who Kid, another legendary Who Kid. Remember that he would yell that on the mic, So I don't know. You got any like give me a couple mixtapes I haven't named, man. I want to know about those gems that you Tampa boys was listening to, you Cubanos.
I mean, shit.
Rocket Rod DJ.
Yep, I was gonna say it. Rocket Rod.
Jam Pony Express.
Ooh, wow, you took it to Miami on us, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hold up, I know a little bit about that, cuz. You know what I'm saying, cuz? We finna ride out, dog. Get on them jits right now. Aight, cuz. Aight.
Listening to all that shit.
Jam Pony, bro. What? Remember that song? Give me a bottle and one of those
motherfucking
cup.
cup.
So me and the boys can get what? Fucked up. That shit was the shit, bro. Come on, let's go.
So I mean, I think the most memorable for me was going down to West Tampa.
Ooh.
And just buying a freaking mixtape right there on the street, bro. Just there was a
but
dude.
Wait, but hold on. Wait, you're talking about the mixtape stand on the corner. The guy got the bootlegs.
Talking about the dude.
He's probably African descent, maybe Haitian. You know what I mean, right? Korean, possibly. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
I'm in West Tampa, and I go up to the guy, and we all knew him because he was local, right?
Yeah.
And we would just buy the mixtapes, bro. He just had them there. You can get them slowed down, whatever it is that you wanted. You just ask for because he'd have like variety artists all the time, right? The best one I think though was the East New York mix, which was basically everybody from like Brownsville, Queensbridge, all that shit over there.
Yo, you know what? It's funny that NOS. It's funny that you touch on that because you're right. That's how they classified mixtapes. It was like, this is East, this is West, this is Southern, this is Southwest, this is Southeast, this is Northern, this is we didn't. It's not like now you just turn on YouTube. It's whatever the fuck it is. You don't care where they're from. It just sounds good. Back then you were like, oh, this is the East Coast variety mixtape. What's up? I know I'm gonna hear some Jules Santana and some motherfucking, I don't know.
Fucking 50.
J. Rue the Damager or some shit, man.
J. Rue the Damager. You remember that shit?
For real.
But I mean, just think about it. It would have all these artists. That was the first time that I got to hear like Mobb Deep from their underground shit that they had was from the mixtapes. My buddy David, since he was a DJ, right? He would just, go out, and his cousin would, lived up there. They come down, they fly down, he'd come down, boom, he'd always bring them music and shit. And that's how we really stayed on top of like any kind of music at any time back then, right? But now it's like somebody says, hey, have you heard this? You just Google that bitch, and there it is. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I like about you guys, is because, once we started hanging in each other's realms, we started challenging our musical knowledge again, and I appreciate that about y'all. Cheers and a toast to the host with the most, NOS, Core
Cheers,
Culture
man.
Podcast.
Cheers. Right cup.
My boy Yoani in the back. Where we at? Bye.
Cheers.
Man, so all those key things, right? So all that has to do with everything that we've been talking about, right? The frequency of how quickly all these things come out and they change. Yoani giving us pictures of mixtapes. He's just like, look at all this great music.
He's a walking museum.
But all these things have to do with it, right? All that originality that we, always had back then. The kids have it. It's just, I don't know if it's on that same level. I don't want to say it's not. I don't want to say like, oh, you can't, it won't work. You know what I mean? But it has to be something where like credibility, right? Like you had certain type of street creds and all this kind of shit, right? And that pushed the old school guys to talk, right? The best example was 6ix9ine when he snitched. All the old heads were like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. A lot of the young dudes said, really, I don't give a fuck. He's trying to stay out of jail. I get it. If somebody was trying to,
you know what it is, man, is, like, oh, that don't bring that name up, man. But you know what it is, bro? It's because this culture, they get a rise out of the snitch, bro. Snitches are like celebrities now. But like back in our day, a snitch goes off to jail. You hear about him in the Source magazine. It goes off into infamy. You never hear him again. Now you can make a fucking career off of that shit. I'm talking a lucrative career off of telling on your fucking neighbors, bro. You know what I mean?
Crazy,
shit is
right?
crazy, B. Shit is fucking crazy. You know why? Because we're in the era of the spy, bro. Something I've observed with celebrities. When I started, like back in the day, right? Little shorty I was dating, she used to read a lot of People magazines, right? And I would notice that there'd always be Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt pictures, but they were always in some foreign country. Like they were always in some, I'm talking edge of the woods type shit, playing like they're doing some, monastery work. We're helping the nuns and, and planting turnips and shit. But if you look at Angelina Jolie's career, right, and look at her movies, she always plays a famous person who ends up being a spy, who goes to another country to spy for her government, which is usually Europe or England, because she plays like she has an accent. So I think it's all part of the spy network. I think we're just like we got hip hop police, that watch over. We got the other side of it too, where you're called upon to serve for your country. and it's like, yo, Dennis Rodman, I need you to go to, Korea, go befriend the leader over there.
Korea.
He's gonna do coke off of a stripper's tit with you, and everything's
Oh my
gonna be
God.
hunky dory, bro. And we're gonna get all
It
the
is.
fucking secrets, you know what I mean? And we're gonna learn how to control the people, you know what I mean?
Spilled it.
So I'm just
Spilled it
saying, bro,
all.
something to think of on some conspiracy shit from your boy
Bro,
Frankie
for real
Elvis, world
though. I mean,
famous.
everywhere you go, there's a camera, right? Everybody has one. Kids are and grown ups, whatever the hell. Everybody's got a camera in their pocket. They're
Yeah.
walking around with it. They're posting shit constantly. I mean, even all right. Look, the one of the first examples was like the street cameras, right? The ones that give you the ticket and shit.
Deep.
Those are on all the
Deep.
time, right? They can't
Deep.
just be off. Those particular intersections, you know that they're monitoring that shit. I mean, come on, bro. If you think that they're not watching that shit, you'd be dumb, right?
Bro, did you hear about the lawsuit they had? So those lights, right? They sit on the second story level, generally, second, third story. So there's a group of people who are trying to shut it down because they're saying that they're able to peer into your apartment, and so they can watch over a 365-day period when your lights are on, when you're home, when your curtains are open. That's scary shit. That's scary shit when you think about it, bro.
They're just some people that hire some lawyers that were trying to say, what can we do to stop these damn cameras? I'm tired of getting these tickets. But anyway, no, man, this world, it's human nature that we want to spy and be voyeurs of the other people and see what's going on. What are they doing? What's different than me? So with all this technology, it gives people the ability to peer and view into these lives. And all the media, of course, is going to egg that on. They'll be like, oh, you want to see pictures of Angelina Jolie with the top off at the beach? Or,
of course they do.
Then they want to invade on all these celebrities' privacy and sell it. And we just like, oh, sure, we want to know what's going on with Brad and Angelina or whoever the hell else is in the news, or you know what I mean? They just pump the shit up.
If they're hanging out with like Snoop Dogg, I'm definitely gonna want to read that article. I'm just saying that. You see Brad and Angelina with Snoop, I mean, it might be pretty fun to watch.
That would be an interesting. I mean, come on, he's Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart is his girlfriend, right? So might as well, bro.
Bro, I mean, Martha's probably his ride or die, right?
Right, for real.
That's probably his ride or die.
That's a shoddy. That's the
coolest lady ever.
Well, now with all
Martha Stewart is a ride or die. You're right. You're right about that.
I'm saying? She has street cred and shit. She's been to jail.
She got plenty. You kidding me? What? She take your gun and hide it for you, bro. And like,
bro, hands down. If I had to choose, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say my mom wasn't around and I had to choose, like Martha Stewart or like this other. I'll be like, I'll take Martha.
Wow.
I'll take Martha. She can take care of me.
NOS got the old lady fetish over here. He likes them.
Bro, it's not
is
the
it
old
gilf?
lady fetish.
Is it
gilf? I need somebody that's gonna keep it real.
Wow, you funny. I just need somebody who's gonna keep it real.
That's right, bro. I'll be like, Martha, you good? Yeah. Hold this shit for me.
Just want somebody to balance the bank account, bro, at the end of the month. I see what's up.
Hold this down.
Count my money
Martha.
for me, mommy. Let's go.
Hold this down for me.
With social media, it gives people the ability to view people. They're looking. They may not like it or even follow or comment, but they'll watch.
All right. Do you think these rappers that are out there putting on this facade with the jewelry and the clothing and going to all these places, taking pictures everywhere? All right, here. I went down a rabbit hole the other day. I was on Instagram and I seen this one dude. He said he was a rapper. All the like newest videos is him and he's got like all this shit on, right? Prior to that, it was just him like, you would see him in the booth. You'd see him like in a car. You'd see him all the shit. And it's kind of weird that like, if you watch the pictures develop, he slowly, I mean, I don't know if I'm watching the kid grow or he's actually making this kind of money, but he went from like shooting these like kind of like 1080p videos to like these 4K videos. And then he's got the clothing and all the jewelry and he's in these really nice places and everything else. And then I start to think to myself, is this kid really at that level? Is he signed somewhere? Because you look on the page and it doesn't really have any information about labels or what he's doing. Typically, some guy'd be like, want to put that out there. So it's like, how much of this is real? How much of that has pushed the hip hop culture to be like that? Now, back in the day, they used to do this, man. We talked about this before. Frankie brought it up with the fake gold chains. I was like, holy shit. So I was like, fuck, I'm going to test the theory. And then I started looking and Instagram, and bro, there's a lot of shit that I seen that, man, honestly, I think it's all fake celebrity.
It's a fake it till you make it world. You know what I mean?
I think it's all fake
I
celebrity.
mean, that's what it is, man. You know, we put up lights, you know, camera action, little makeup, you know, it's a part of life, man. We do it every day. Here's the thing, like you see your favorite rapper do it, right? You know, you're like, oh, he's got a gold chain and a Ferrari in the video and 20 honeys and he shouldn't be with someone, you know, right? So think about your daily life. Like when you got to get up and go to a wedding, you shift up and change. All of a sudden you're wearing a suit, you know, your skin's cleansed, you got the manicure, pedi, you know, you got your balls shaved, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's same thing, bro, no matter what it is in life. I mean, I don't know if that's, you know, there's that whole cleanliness is next to godliness sort of a thing, you know. I think the more we dress up, the more we feel pride in ourselves and those things. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know the relevance, you know. I don't know the relevance because there's times where you see me, I'm a wild, dreadlock, crazy bearded, caveman looking motherfucker, bro. There's times where I appreciate that side, you know, where you're able to kind of just connect back to nature, you know, and allow and just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you know what I'm saying, Yohani? You know what I'm saying?
He knows what you're saying. He knows what you're saying.
He looks so stiff over there, bro. He looks mad because we didn't let him show off his mixtapes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted more mixtapes.
Nah, bro. He had the purple tape. He had the yellow tape. He had the green. Do you know what that is? That's like cracks back in the day.
Yeah,
you want yellow top, blue top, or red top? You know what I'm saying? You do. That's potency levels. Like, oh, bro, I got purple, nigga. I got pearl, nigga.
We got all the shit.
All the shit. So, man, let's talk about some albums being released now in June. Let me know. I'm going to go down the list here. You guys tell me who you like on the list. We've got Post Malone.
Okay.
He's coming out with a 12-karat toothache.
I like Post Malone.
You like Post Malone? What about you, Frank?
Yeah. He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right. I'm not impressed.
Post Malone's okay? Okay. All right. What about Joey Badass?
Ooh, okay.
Keeping it real. He's finally releasing the 2000 album.
Finally. See, he's just like a 90s nigga, yo. Taking like 10 years to put an album out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I like Joey Badass. He's somebody that came along and paid homage and respect to the culture a long time before it was cool to do that. He was way ahead of the curve. Like, I'm going to
for
take
the young
DJ
kids.
Premier. Yeah, because nobody was doing that. Now it's cool to be 90s hip hop, New York sound, right? Now it's cool to do that. But back when he was doing it, people were like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know, like you should just do some trap shit, bro. So, and then, the other thing is he's got the reggae, reggae roots, you know what I'm saying, in him. So
hell yeah.
I'm waiting for that album to come out. Yo, Joey, where's your fucking reggae album? We need a dancehall banger, bro, now.
Love that shit.
Tell him, Joey, where's the shit at, man?
Where's it at,
Let
bro?
us know. Yo, hit me up on Skype. You already know the deal.
NOS got you, bro. Let's go. He knows all that. He knows all them ratty boy, and I get on the batty boy. I'm gonna run ting, Blocko.
Hey, so what about Logic? You guys fuck with Logic?
Yeah, I do definitely.
He's coming out in June.
He's very
got a new
talented.
it's called Vinyl Days is the album.
Logic is, I mean, what's your take on the guy, man? Like, it's like
he's like a mini.
He's so new age. A mini what?
Like a mini Eminem kind of. You know, he's
You think he's a mini Eminem?
A mini Eminem. That's a clever way of describing him.
Right, because he's not at Eminem's level, but he's like kind of like
good.
similar.
He's,
you know,
he's not on Eminem's level, but I see that some similarity. Okay. He's very good. He's very good, but Eminem is a beast. I'm just saying that's the closest I could compare him to, I guess.
I mean, bro, that's giving him flowers right there, bro. You're comparing him to.
He is. He deserves it. He deserves it.
I mean,
he's another young cat.
He's Def Jam's last great artist.
He's another young cat that gives homage and
Def Jam
and respect.
Hey, bro,
to
you guys
might
want to hurry up.
He respects the old music. J. Cole respects it. Kendrick, you know, there's a few out there that respect and understand what got them to where they're at. So they have to look back, you know.
Sure. All right, so I've got two more I'm going to cover. Lupe Fiasco.
Ooh. Definitely excited about that one. I love me some Lupe.
Bring on Lupe all day, bro. Lupe is
taking Lupe. I mean, it's coming out this month. It's supposed to be out this month. I don't know what day, but it's supposed to be out this month.
You know why, man?
It's called Drill Music.
What is it? What's the title?
Drill music in Zion.
Drill music in Zion.
Drill music in Zion.
Drill. D-R-I-L-L. Drill.
Correct.
What
like a drill.
The fuck? Okay.
Also, they mean is drill like what they got in the UK.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. So
right?
wait, Lupe
drill
Fiasco is gonna do
Zion.
drill music.
Bro.
I hope it's got some reggae vibe to it.
You know what? I don't think that it would be an issue. Like, I really feel like Lupe could walk in there and crush the beats.
I don't disagree with you at all, but I don't know. You know what it is? As a rapper and as a producer, I have a certain love for drill. I have a love for drum and bass, handbag, how, certain sounds that, and what's funny that you bring this up? Have you guys seen Pete Rock? He's currently shitting all over drill music. Did you guys see this? I was shocked, bro. I was floored by this because Pete Rock, someone who came up in the boom bap era, right? A time where hip hop was being shitted on by the old generation, by the James Brown niggas. They were like, nah, bro, y'all with your little samples and whatever. They were hating on Pete Rock. And now here he is, old man, get off my grass, you little whippersnapper. DJ fucking Pete Rock, bro, hating on drill music, dog. I was talking about it's soulless. It takes the soul from your what the fuck, bro? Fucking Pete Rock, you old motherfucker. Bro, I love Pete Rock. One of my favorite producers ever, bro. One of my favorite rappers ever. Comes from the most legendary shit ever. But god damn it, bro, if these motherfuckers ain't getting old, bro, I'm done, bro. I'm fucking done.
What it is? You know what it is? It's funny because like he does the post, right? And he says that he don't listen to that trash hop, he said, right?
What the fuck?
But here's the thing though, like you put all this shit, you write it all down, and then later on what happens? It's deleted.
Bro, it's stupid, bro. Right? Nowadays, you could delete what back in the day, you said it in the Source magazine and live forever. He gave his real fucking opinion. It was on the web for a week at least. Yeah. And it shocked me as a hip hop lover. Bro, and as someone who came up in a time where a guy like him didn't have a chance because there were old people going, this ain't real music, And here he is doing the same shit. This ain't real music,
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I start thinking about those things when we're like, oh, well, this generation's music sucks. But it does fucking suck.
Yeah.
Hey. I mean, if you got to compare the substance, the old, there's a very few that actually, like the ones you've mentioned.
So wait. Let's stay on this whole drill thing. So the Game, okay, the Game, West Coast baby.
Yeah, he complains too much.
All right. Well, the complainer, according to Yohani, well, he's coming out with an album. Guess what it's called? Drillmatic. Mind versus Heart. Oh my God. What is it with these dudes and using drill?
Did you say Drillmatic, bro? Wow.
Yes.
I like that. That's ill. Yeah. I like that. I kind of like that. Now I'm interested because I love drill music.
Well, let's go back on that Fiasco because I mean, I think that he is like no other. You can't really compare him. So the only person I could think to compare him to is Andre 3000, but it's not really the same.
It's not the same feeling.
But that's about as close as you could probably get. This guy is different. He's special. He's that one that will leave a mark. But you never know what he's going to bring. Yeah. He has the talent to bring it better than anybody there, but on that list. But you never know. He's one of those you don't know what he's going to bring. It may be all right sometimes or a few hits, but his last album I enjoyed a lot. I listened to it on a regular, so I'm very excited about his new one. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm looking forward to the album. I'm intrigued just by the name of the album. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I haven't really been able to listen to any leaks yet. The one thing I am looking forward to, though, is once that drops, then there's one last album that I want to hear. And it's Kevin Gates, Kaza. I want to see that shit. I want to hear that one.
Kevin Gates, whoa.
Kevin Gates, man, Southern. I mean, always came hard. I mean, he's always like spit the shit. He's like the Southern hip hop artist of like the knowledge base. You know what I'm saying?
While you speak on it, just real quick, who is your favorite Southern artist?
Southern?
Oh, go, man. Frankie.
Ooh, wow. Ooh. Favorite Southern artist?
Mine's Andre 3000. If I had to pick the one after that, it'll have to be Lil Wayne.
Okay. Not a big Lil Wayne fan. Andre 3000, I'm a fan of. I'm not a fan of Outkast as a whole, as weird as that's gonna sound. But as far as like you saying Southern artists, I can't even really think of a Southern artist that I truly like embrace like that, man. You know, as weird as that sounds,
You're from the South.
I come from. No, I'm not. I'm from the North,
You've
bro.
been here a good
You know what I
long
mean?
minute.
I have been. You're right. You're right. You know what? I take that back. Yo, You're right. You're right. You're right. I got a little bone in me, but I mean, if the South is different for me. I came up on Magic Mike. I came up on Poison Clan, like you mentioned. That's why when you said that shit earlier, you blew my mind. I was like, yo, what? You know, I came up on some real Southern shit, you know? I just know that the artists that we have here, bro, I don't know,
Miami
man.
shit came out, it knocked the doors off of everybody. Everybody was listening to Miami,
bro,
no
DJ
matter where
Laz.
you're from. Yeah,
remember that?
Bro, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Bro. Everybody loved that shit.
But again, look, I mean, where is that style or where is that type of music at now, right? It's not even around anymore. If you hear it, it's usually at a wedding because the DJ was probably from that era and your boy's like, I'm dealing with some people. He looks at the crowd, says, all right, everybody's like in their mid 35 to 45, right? Okay, this is going to work real good. Boom. And they drop it and everybody's like, oh my God, and has a good time, right?
Scarface.
But you don't hear it anywhere else, though.
That's kind of true. But here's the thing, bro. I was doing the Cat Control Radio podcast. Shout out my boy Tavo. I was doing Cat Control Radio with him, bro, and he put me onto this guy because I was talking to him about freestyle music, right? I was like, yo, you know, freestyle music was a shit. And he was like, fuck you. I hate freestyle. Fuck that. Lisa could suck a dick. He was mad at me. I'm like, bro, I love it, bro. I love it, you know? And he's like, nah, bro. So he's like, bass music is better, you know? So we started having this battle about bass music. It was like, oh, you know, Miami bass this, Miami bass that. So I said the same thing you said, NOS. I was like, yo, ain't nobody making this shit no more, bro. It had its heyday. Fuck out of my face. And he goes, you're wrong. And he says to me, check out this guy named Otto Van Skriach. And I looked at him like he was fucking crazy. I'm like, Otto Van Skriach? What the fuck? He goes, it's like Otto Van Scratch, bro, but just look it up. So I looked it up, bro, and this motherfucker's still making bass music, the same kind of shit we used to listen to back in the day, but it's with that new Ableton plugin, Pro Tools plugin. It sounds sonically better. And then that took me down a rabbit hole, bro, and I discovered that there's still people making freestyle music too, which I'm sure Yoani can really appreciate because he looks like the kind of guy that could get down on a roller skating jam for 3-4 minutes straight, you know?
Yeah.
Diamond Girl Flex.
Diamond Girl.
You're my diamond girl.
You're my diamond. I loved all that shit, bro. I had my Z Cavaricis.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's. I guess it's the end of it, but it was like, you know, like Spring Love and all that shit.
We were jits, man. That was it about.
Was it Stevie B?
Yeah, Stevie B, the Young Love. You know, play this tape for this girl, make her a mixtape. You know, put all your favorite slow jams on it. Play them. That's how we were. That was how we were romantic back in the day. Let me make you a mixtape.
We made you a mixtape.
Oh, I love the slow jam era, bro. Don't get me started, bro.
So to answer your question, Yoani, about who do I like in the South? I'm gonna go with Killer Mike and LP.
I love Killer Mike. Who's LP?
Wow, that's some sleeper shit right there. You know, LP is it. You remember Stepfather Factory?
Yep.
Oh my God, bro, that's This is like pre-Aesop Rock. You know, the only white boy in hip hop was Vanilla Ice and Eminem, and there was like a few other little, you know, you had your little, you know, stragglers here and there, bro. Yep. LP, Stepfather Factory, game changer shit, bro. Game changer shit, bro.
Dude spit. I mean, he's so good that Killer Mike's like, yeah, bro, we can just go make this like mega group and get paid.
You talking about the one that just came out not that long ago?
With the Run the Jewels has been out for
Run the Jewels was dope.
Run the Jewels
was dope.
Wasn't that last year?
Run the Jewels is the group where it's both of them together. That's the name of the group. And then they've got every time that they make the album, it's called that, like Run the Jewels 1, 2, whatever, boom, boom. They keep changing it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded good, but I'm, you know, we're talking history here in the South, bro. I love the South. South's my shit.
But that's why I picked them specifically.
I love Killer Mike.
Those are great picks, man. Great picks. I gotta.
They're
sleeper picks, you know.
Yeah, bro.
Outkast all day.
Oh, I mean, Outkast is amazing. I just have this weird love-hate relationship.
But that's a default answer for everybody. Like only Outkast, there was nobody else that was any good.
If you listen, it's like saying Michael. Who are you gonna pick? Is LeBron, Michael Jordan? I mean, there's some people are very passionate about who their bests are. I'm passionate about my best. Also, will rap like anybody, and you can't compare anybody with Outkast. So it's like it's the Nikes, or you can get the Adidas. I don't know, man.
I think Killer Mike and LP are very good.
It's very different.
They're great, but they're not Outkast. They don't even.
I think that if you're gonna look at it as just the core group of what a group is, I think they can be up there. Like they would contend. Like if we were gonna do a versus,
they would get.
I'll have Run the Jewels versus fucking Outkast. That would be dope.
Let's fucking do it.
They got enough music.
They'll get eaten up, bro. You
think so?
Yeah, I mean that's so different to me, man. You know, like I'm gonna be real with you. Like I came from that whole East Coast, West Coast beef shit, right? And what a lot of people don't remember is there was also a northern southern beef that a lot of people forget about, you know? If I were to admit that I listened to Poison Clan or DJ Magic Mike, my niggas in New York would have fucked my shit up. They would have been like, man, fuck out of here with that bullshit.
It's y'all fucking New Yorkers is the problem. Not I love
we
y'all.
Okay? Nah, bro, no, we are not the problem.
New York, yes, it is.
No, you know why? Because we love your
New York or anything else.
Listen,
that's it. It's either it's not even a north or south. It's a New York against the world. It's always been. It has always been.
That's the title for the show. New York against the world.
I
love it. I love it. That's so money right there. Now listen, Yohani, I love you for that because you're a fighter. You're a fucking flag holder, bro, for hip hop. You're one of those people who do not let up. You are like, nope, I know about my purest shit. And that's what I love because most Outkast fans are like you. They're like you, bro. They're very devoted. They're very like, okay, yes. You know, this flag in the ground. This is my fucking planet. This is my fucking.
Listen.
Do you understand what I'm saying, right?
When I judge a movie, when I judge a song, when I judge a group, I try not to be biased, okay? I try to, if I'm going to listen to the East Coast or the West Coast or the South or the North, I'm going to try to listen to it like music and just appreciate it for what it is and try not to be too biased. But when New York is the shit. New York is the shit.
Listen,
you want me to say I'm on New York's dick? Okay.
No, New York is the shit. I don't want you to say that. I don't want. You know why? Because I pegged that about you. Like again, you know, we only have so much interaction, but I pegged that about you. I was like, okay, this guy right here, he's built differently. NOS too, but you're built differently, bro. You know who you reminded me of, bro? And I was afraid to bring up. I was like, yo, if I bring this up, he might get offended.
I don't get offended.
You know who you reminded me of? Sendog.
Well, he is Cuban, you know. So
you look just like him. You act just like him, and you got the same fucking accent, bro. And there's the same, like, if you watch Sendog in an interview, there's a certain poise and a certain protective nature about him, if that makes sense. There's a certain, like, he's protecting where he comes from, and that's so you, bro. So you, and I love you for that. I love you for that. Listen,
I just love hip hop so much. It's like we try to defend it. We try to embrace everything about it, and we try to leave our mark or make it better in any way. It's just something that's so special that I don't know if people really don't know like that grasp it. It really is the best thing to happen to brown people since freedom. Really, I mean, no lie.
That's a T-shirt waiting to happen. The best thing to happen to brown people since freedom.
No fucking lie. Hip hop is the shit.
The Core Culture Podcast. The best thing to happen to brown people since freedom.
That's it. I gotta put that in the make sure. Hey, when we're listening to that, I'm gonna have to put that in the notes.
Yes, lock it in.
It is the shit, bro. I love it, and I want to judge it. When the East Coast was on top of it, I loved it. When the West Coast came out, I was like, okay, I know I love East Coast, but I don't want to judge them through an East Coast ear. I want to judge it through a musical ear. And it's totally different. It's hard to compare.
Here's the thing, though. We have to remember, right, that Cypress Hill fooled everybody in the beginning. When Cypress Hill first came out, their first video was filmed in Cypress Hill, New York City. They were wearing New York East Coast clothing. Look, watch their Drink Champs episode, bro. They
I love
admit
it.
they
How
admit
I Could
it.
Just Kill a Man
They
was all New York
all
looking
New
and
York,
sounding.
bro. So the first time me, young Frankie, getting off the bus, coming home to watch Rap City, right, turning it on, seeing Cypress Hill, I'm like, oh, these are some New York niggas.
Yeah, we
holy shit. And I was excited because I'm like, yo, they're Spanish. Like, holy shit, we got some fucking Latinos in the mix. This is amazing. This is blowing my mind, you know? Yeah, they're from California. Exactly.
Yeah,
they're from California. Exactly. So that I didn't know that. At first, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, holy shit,
nothing.
you know?
They got in there like nothing. Like if it was you know, it like you said, was kind of snuck in. I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, they're totally West Coast. But when it came down to the South, it has such a different sound. New York cats didn't want to accept it.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true, bro. I just told you a story about how I accepted it. I heard it.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying New York hip hop.
What song? General. What Cypress Hill song did a New Yorker not accept? That makes no sense.
No. You were talking to your woman. I was brought up the South. I said Cypress came in and fit so nicely that it wasn't even question or anything.
No,
it's
wasn't.
A similar. But when I said the South came in, it has such a different sound. It was rejected. Like it was so
my
different.
Apologies.
You know what I mean?
My apologies.
So
that's correct.
What I'm saying.
That's correct.
New York.
No, my apologies. You're right, Joanna. You're right. Because the Southern music scene is one of those alienated scenes. You're absolutely right. That to me is an interesting topic because it's something no one talks about.
I wish I could hear what they're saying.
I'll get you. I'll try to get you a headphone. I don't know if I can get you one. Talk to the mic.
We got a guest after all.
We got a special guest, Laura, in the house holding it down.
Laura she got holding it down.
Talk to the mic though. You gotta get up on the mic. Just slide it towards you. Let me get my guest.
All right. We're getting the mic check here. There it is. Mic check. All right. So while Laura gets situated.
So anyway, we were. Go ahead.
I want to keep talking about it. Go ahead. So
we're talking about Cypress.
All right. So Cypress, right? So I want to go to this concert. It's here in Tampa. It's at the what's it called? The casino.
Yeah.
Get the name of the casino now?
1-800 Ask Gary or whatever it's called.
1-800 Ask Gary.
What the fuck is that shit called now? The Seminole Casino?
Yeah, I know which casino. Yeah.
Hard Rock. It's at Seminole Casino, the Hard Rock here in Tampa. They're gonna do a show there. I already told Ioane, like, I don't care.
Let's go. You ready? Let's do it.
A bucket list one.
Let's go.
Y'all want to go to that?
I'm down.
I'm going. I miss T-Pain, but I definitely don't want to.
You miss T-Pain.
All right. Well, hey. It's in October or September?
October,
right?
Yeah.
So it's in October. Okay, Frankie?
I'm down, bro.
So
put me on the calendar.
Just need to get our tickets.
How many concerts have I invited you guys to that you didn't go to? You said it's on the 9th, right? October 9th.
It's like 7th or
in
something,
Tampa.
I think. But,
yeah, look it up.
Just look up Cypress and Hard Rock.
Have you seen them live?
Hold on. I'll look it up. Hold on.
Can we ask my Mexican friend here her opinion on Cypress Hill?
Sure.
Yeah, what's up? What's Laura's opinion on Cypress Hill?
Cypress Hill, like they did a Spanish album, but they're American though. It surprised me how deep the lyrics are. Even though they're not actually born in Mexico, they talk just like people in Mexico City. And I was surprised when they went to Mexico.
Let's see. Sendog is Cuban, but
he's been
Be Real is half Cuban and half Mexican.
It's a little past my time, so I don't remember
all
their details.
But Be Real identified more with his Mexican side than he did his Cuban side, but he is half and half.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's got to be a Cali byproduct, you know?
It is, though. It is. It is definitely a Cali byproduct. He probably lived in those neighborhoods, and, he was like, I'm half Mexican. Might as well just say I'm Mexican, although he is Cuban, though.
You know what it is? It's a marketing thing. Remember, guys, I mentioned earlier, I was fooled into thinking they were a New York artist. I myself thought, oh, my God, these guys are from New York. They look like me. Wow, crazy hair, We got Sendog, the dark skin guy, the light skin guy with the crazy hair. I was blown the fuck away, bro. So much so, I have a picture I could pull out right now. My father ran into them at the Orlando International Airport and took a picture for me as a 16-year-old kid and brought it to me and said, guess who I met today? some guys that you like a lot, these Latin rappers, and that's because Latin hip hop was rare. You know, it was hard for us to have that kind of thing back then, if that makes sense, you know? So no matter where they came from, whatever kind of trick they pulled on us, we're from Mexico, we're New Yorkers, you know, whatever it was, we fell for it. We fucking fell for it, bro, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? Because look at us. And you know what else? They had a white producer and one of the best in the fucking game. Hands down, DJ Muggs, best producer in the game, prolific.
Speaking of that new DJ Muggs song I sent you with Method Man and Slick Rick was the shit. It sounds straight out of the 90s. I love it. I had to buy it. I suggest y'all go check it out. DJ Muggs, Cypress, you know, Be Real, Sin Dog, all that. It was magical. It was a sound, even though it sounded kind of East Coast. Once they got into their own, it was a sound that no one else had. That is very Cypress, and I love them for that. I love that how much they love hip hop. They're an asset to the genre. So I'm so proud of them when they came up now with that Onyx versus. It was an awesome night. So yeah, I can't wait to see them again. I'm sure it's always going to be dope. They're a dope live show.
We're going. It's October 9th, right? I feel like we're now the promoters for the show, bro. What's up?
I know, right?
Yo, now you got to get a Cypress Hill hat. We're gonna have to change that hat now.
Just give me like the VIP pass. Let me get backstage, bro.
No lie. If you talk to them ahead of time, you might be able to get in free and get a media pass.
Hey, shake it, but don't break it.
That's it. I'm sending an email to them right now.
Stop playing, bro. We're gonna be backstage podcasting.
Bro, we'll be back there. We're talking about that shit. They come back there. We're talking to them like, yo,
NOS. We got like these weird little Coca-Cola bottle microphone stands and shit. Yeah, don't drink the soda because
drink the soda.
It'll fall over. We got Ioanni's new mic over there and shit. He's like, you guys don't break my shit, bro. I know that's the baby and all, but don't break my shit.
Right. There's a big step up.
I gotta tell the story. Ioanni, can I tell the story?
Go ahead.
So we're at the local, you know, I'm not gonna say the name because I'm not trying to, you know, but we're at this local shop, right, that sells equipment. So Ioanni goes in there, we start looking around and like we're checking the prices and all this stuff, and then he's like, nah, bro, look at this deal they got on this other spot, right? And bro, we literally talked to this kid, Dominguez, right? I can at least say that because that's just the last name and it really doesn't say anything, but the kid there,
it says a lot, bro. It says a lot.
And then Ioanni just like we're there talking to the kid and we're haggling him and down like, nah, man, you got to give us a steal. You got to price match. He's like, we do price match. Okay, you got to price match this. You got to price match this, and we're just price matching the hell out of this kid. Finally, the manager comes over, hooks us up, does the big price match for us, which was a big ass savings. I mean, he saved like what, $400 or $500 almost. And then the kid at the very end, he's like trying to get us to buy these pencils and this like extended warranty thing, right? And hey, bro, he was hitting Ioanni with every single like sales pitch tactic he had, right? He's just like, oh, bro, but you know, just in case this happens, what if you spill this thing? What if you do this? What if you do that? And I was just like, man, you know, and then finally he looks at me and goes, bro, you should tell him how important this is. And I was like, I did. He doesn't give a fuck, bro. Can we just buy this now? And then right after all this shit, he just makes sure and puts the regular package. Ioanni tells him to the kid's face, yo, I don't want the pencils, man. All right. I don't want the pencils. All right. He's like, I don't want this other thing either. He's like, all right, man, fine. Kid still rings everything up. Forgets that we, you know, didn't want this particular piece. We walk outside and then I'm looking at the prices and I'm like, hey man, yo, this kid still got you for the pencils. We had to go, bro. We went back and forth a few times because the kid was just like, "Oh shit!" And then he just gave him the cash back. It was the best night ever, bro.
Yo,
all in the name of doing a hip hop podcast.
Yo, you got any extra pencils for sale? What's up,
bro?
There were drumstick pencils. I thought
there were drumstick pencils, bro.
These niggas had to get rid of them shits. They were getting like a 30% commission that night.
I'm telling you, this kid was like, I need to make this sale. This is going to give me what I need. I'm going to hit my bonus. And Ioanni's like, nah, bro. I want to take these back. And the kid's like, oh, shit, let me just give you the cash. And
he's like, we're all going to eat asparagus tonight. It's on me.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, my God.
It was so good.
No.
So that was our adventure, getting to the Sure Mike family.
Yeah, now I'm on board. I don't have the shitty $40 mic.
Nah, you sound way better, bro. You got that Barry White you know, you got that Barry White voice with that Barry Manilow look.
Yeah, baby.
My boy Yo holding it down.
There it is, man.
I miss you motherfuckers, bro. I'm pissed off though. You know why? Because I had to eat so many goddamn leftovers, bro.
Burgers for days.
Yo, for days, bro. But it's okay.
I'm sad, man.
It's all right. Next
I
time,
appreciate
the core culture calls
we're
through,
gonna have to
do
we have to
asparagus.
plan it. We have to like really plan it
2
and
weeks.
make sure that it works out. No trying to do it. I gotta make sure everything's in line where I'm not gonna have any issues, and I think we'll be able to do it, bro.
Thank you for those burgers, Frankie. We appreciate it.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
it went down, bro. You don't understand.
All love for the burgers.
It shit like magical shit happened, bro. There was fairy dust. It was special, bro. I had like jewelry and shit for the vegetables. It was crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
lettuce and tomato from your
I
garden.
bedazzled the broccoli, son.
Yes. Well, we gotta get together, but damn, you are 3 hours away, so it'll have to be planned.
I'm gonna make it worth your while, motherfucker. That's what she said.
All right. Well, let's do it early. Let's do it all day. Let's have fun with it. Knock out a couple of shows, and maybe go see something. Have a guys' day.
You say that every time, but if I said to you, Outkast is coming in concert tomorrow, you'd be here, bro. You would be like,
you better fucking believe. You better fucking believe.
Right? So look at the
nobody dope as me.
So those are the circumstances, right? And then this still ties into what I wanted to talk about, right? So concerts. What are concerts looking like coming for 22, 23? It's looking good. Starting off with Cypress Hill this year.
Hell yeah.
I want to see some other big acts.
Who would you want to see, Frankie?
In concert, bro?
Mostly all time.
Oh my God, bro. We're talking hip hop, right?
Yes.
Hip hop.
Mark Anthony, what the fuck? No, we're not doing no Mark Anthony. You gotta get on.
I mean, I go see Mark Anthony if they
we're gonna do Mark Anthony tonight. No.
Bro, I mean, if like I have to go to Mark Anthony, like you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be special.
Bro? I've seen a lot of the legends, bro. That's the thing. So for me, it's like bucket list artists. You know, there's very few, man. The ones that I would want to see are dead now. They're not around anymore.
All right, which one alive? And which one
alive, man? Wow. Rapper. Who?
Which one alive and which one
dead?
dead?
Lupe Fiasco, nah. Kanye would be interesting to see. Like, are we talking like Kendrick Lamar, like you know,
anybody.
J. Cole famous or anybody?
Anybody
I mean, like,
that's
you know what it is, man? I live in Orlando, Florida, man. You guys live in Tampa. And we have legends that come through all the time, bro. Like, we just had Keith Murray come through. We had Eric B come through. You know,
just spit out a damn name.
Kurt fucking Franklin came through. You know, like we got legends
so
coming through all the time, you know? So, I mean, like, you know.
Who do you want?
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
How about dead?
Give me some artists, bro. You know, like, you know.
Dead.
All right, look, here's my list.
Fooshnickens.
Oh, fucking shit. He brought out the Fooshnickens.
Fucking Schnickens, bro. That's a bucket list artist for me.
Fooshnickens,
Black Sheep.
What?
Even though I've seen them before.
What?
I'm down to see that. Actually, it's awesome that you said that.
What if they come?
I'm down for it.
That would be a good bucket list because if you think of
artists, do you want to watch Wu-Tang and Nas again together?
Yeah,
who?
Sure,
Wu-Tang and who?
Wu-Tang and Nas.
I've seen Nas. I've seen Wu-Tang separately many times.
Nas
is a boring show.
You obviously know our Outkast is on my list, but if I was to say an old school artist from back in the day, I did see already Busta Rhymes real quick, do a couple songs, but I would pick, obviously Busta Rhymes is behind on the list because of the way he
I've
performs.
seen him live.
But
He's
another
nasty.
one,
great artist to see live, bro.
Good performer from hip hop back in the day, Slick Rick, and
wow. I've seen Dougie Fresh live, bro.
Dougie Fresh and
Slick Rick
together.
No Slick Rick, amazing, bro. Fucking amazing, bro. That's a good one. Because you're right, bro. Those old school niggas like Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, those guys would really, you're going to get a good show. You're going to be like, oh my God, you know, that's interesting. I don't know.
I mean, I'd like to see that, but they got them. Let me see who else is coming. We got Where is it? Let me see. It's after Cypress Hill. It was down here. I just seen it. Bro, Fetty Wap. He's making his great comeback.
Oh my God. Wait, you mean?
Fetty.
Where's my eye? Has anyone seen my eyeball? It fell
Fetty
on
Wap,
the
he's trying to make a
stage.
comeback, bro. June 18th.
I would like to rap. I can't read the teleprompter. Jay-Z doesn't write his lyrics. I do. Where is my eye?
And then after
Bro,
that,
I'm sorry, I had to.
No limit. No limit is coming for my birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No limit is coming for my birthday. It's the reunion
But
tour.
with or without Lil Wayne.
Okay,
Ooh.
it's gonna be without. I guarantee you that. But I hope he has Mystical. I would love to see
Mystical.
Snoop.
Wow.
Mystical
That's
is
big
my
belly
shit.
shit right there, bro.
Mystical's my shit. The man right here.
The man right
right
here.
here.
What? Come on,
Hell yeah.
son. What?
Well, there you go. That's the review.
Yeah, that's some
of
Bama shit. for
current
sure.
releases.
That's some Bama shit.
You guys are good for that. Some dope concerts coming out. Some albums we want to see. I don't know about you guys, but let's get this thing wrapped up, man.
It was a pleasure.
Let's go ahead and get to the goodbyes here. I want to say thank you to everybody who tunes in each and every week, man, and just shows up. Sorry we had to change the schedule. It's on the 2nd and the 4th week of every month now. So for all of you that did show up, thank you so much, man, for reading. I appreciate you guys. Sorry to have to change the schedule. Just, life happens, and I want to make sure that I get the show out, but I got to make sure that I got to do my life too, right? So you can catch me at The Real Noslin everywhere. You can check out the show at Zero C Media on Instagram and Core Culture Pod on Twitter. And then, Frankie, where can they find you, my friend?
My brothers from another. They can catch me at Frankie Hovers everywhere. Check out my Flying Junkies crew at Flying Junkies. We're on Facebook real heavy. Facebook.com/Flying Junkies. Check us out there. We go live all the time on some spontaneous shit. And this was a blessing, fellas. Another one in the books for hip hop. Another step up on the ladder. Another echelon in the shirt of the team of hip hop. One love to my brother Yohani over there holding it down. Bless you on your new mic. Loving the new hairstyle too.
Thank you.
That was dope. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real.
Yeah.
My man, Sen Dog. You're like Sen Dog's doppelganger. Got to give you one love on that. And NOS, my brother, I'm loving the new light kit you got. You're looking shiny, bro. You could throw like hydroponic tomatoes in the back now that you got all that light.
There you go, man. I'm just gonna.
You know what I mean? And you might as well double time and just feed your family at the same time.
I know, bro. I got to get some lights.
I should have made it brighter in here. There you go.
Yeah. One love. Core Culture Podcast. Your boy Frankie Hovers.
All right, everybody.
Oh yeah, and big shout out to my co-host over here,
Special
Laura,
guest.
holding it down. L Boogie holding it down. Little mommy.
Laura came in.
Little mommy crypto.
Here. Everybody, say what's up to Laura. If you see her there in the interwebs.
You can find me at Rodriguez Photo and Art on Facebook and Instagram, or hip hop _ podcast also on Instagram. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been exciting. I was excited to do it today, and I knew it was going to be a good show. I'm excited now for the next one. We just got that hip hop energy. I love it.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for everyone who tunes in. Once again, we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.
Peace out.
All right.
Boom, there it is.
There we go. How long did it go?